This motorcycle was donated to us by a Gold Star mom. Gold Star families are what we call the immediate family members of anybody who's killed in the military, which is why I'm invited to be part of the Combat Vets Motorcycle Association convention, because there's a close tie-in between what the Gold Star Ride Foundation does and what the Combat Vets Motorcycle Association stands for.
And then how do you feel about the convention today?
Oh, I love this convention idea. I love that it's in Rochester. Rochester is actually one of my alma maters. From 150 years ago, I went to college here. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I don't look a day over 140. But yeah, back in 1981, I was in college here in Rochester. So I love coming back to the city. It's one of the greatest towns in Minnesota, and I just love it here. I just love it here. Great restaurants are here. Everything you want is here. And there's Gold Star families here too. Not to mention there's a Gold Star family monument just outside of town in Manorville. And that's a pretty big deal too. Those monuments are built by the Woody Williams Foundation, and those are permanent markers so that we always remember the fallen heroes that made it possible for us to have the freedoms and liberty that we have every day.
Are you a veteran?
I am a veteran, disabled Navy vet. So that's kind of and I'm a Desert Storm guy. These things are from Desert Storm. So I'm an old vet. Maybe some of these guys are old too.
Hey, you're not that old.
I don't know. I'm young enough to ride two-wheeler. I am young enough to ride a two-wheeler. As a matter of fact, the Gold Star Ride Foundation, that's what we do. We ride a motorcycle all over the country to honor and support these Gold Star families. And I've been doing it for about 5.5 years, almost 6 years. And after my first ride was 56 days of solid riding. I averaged 307 miles a day. And I met with 64 Gold Star families throughout the country. And when I got done with that, then I wrote this book, Yours Very Sincerely and Respectfully. It's available at the Gold Star Ride Foundation website, goldstarride.org. So anybody who needs to go there can go there and deal with that.
So how important is it for you to be able to come to this convention, see other vets, see that camaraderie?
You know, that's a pretty good question. They say a soldier dies 2 deaths. One, when his heart stops beating, and the other one we stop saying his name. And conventions like this make it really, really possible to remember the fallen heroes. Everybody here could probably tell you of at least one, if not 10, of their fallen comrades. This motorcycle that you're sitting on is dedicated to one who was killed in the Marines in 2011. And conventions like this help spread the word, particularly to people who don't know what a Gold Star family is, who don't know what it takes for us to have freedoms and liberties that we have. I just love it. So the Gold Star Ride Foundation rides all over the country. As I mentioned, we go and honor and support Gold Star families, and we do all that stuff in person. Well, I went to visit a retired Navy veteran who was the mother of a young lad who decided he wanted to join the Marine Corps, and he was killed in action in 2011. When we went to visit her in 2023, after visiting for a little while, she just said, you know, I got an extra motorcycle, I want to donate it to your charity. And we didn't think very much about it. I thanked her very much and didn't think anything else about it, because we get about 15 motorcycles donated to us every year anyway. And then about a month later, when the snow melted in Minnesota, I flew down to Texas to get it, and she opened up the garage door to show it to me, and I took one look and I said, no, we're not going to sell that one. So this motorcycle she purchased it in 2013, brand new from a Harley-Davidson dealership, and drove it straight to a paint booth. It took the painters 6 months to paint what you see, everything on here, including the portraits of the fallen hero at various stages of his life, which are featured on the saddlebags. And she donated this to us. She wanted us to use this motorcycle to make sure that his name was not forgotten.